What do you say to those out there who feel disappointed by the bull market that we didn't go higher than 126,000? And what is your reasoning for why we didn't get to maybe some of those price predictions that a lot of people wanted?
I think the market is evolving. The entire ecosystem is evolving and seasoning. And if you look at all the dynamics, the derivatives market is migrating from offshore to onshore, and it is maturing. And so as derivatives in the U.S. regulated markets grow, that strips some of the volatility off of Bitcoin and some of the upside off of it. It damps the upsides. It also damps the downside. Instead of an 80% drawdown and an 80 vol, you get a 40 or 50% drawdown and a 50 vol. So you're seeing volatility damped on the upside and the downside by the seasoning of the markets. But you also have a situation where the banking establishment is embracing Bitcoin at a progressive but a slower rate than people with short attention spans would like. It'll take the banks 4 years, 5 years, 6 years before they embrace an entirely new asset class. People would like for Bitcoin to be recognized in 4 months. But if the banks take 4 years before they start to bank it, extend credit on it, acknowledge it, and handle it, trade it, custody it, etc., then that means that what you have at the top of the market is $2 trillion worth of Bitcoin, probably 1.8 trillion held by retail investors or offshore investors, and they cannot access the traditional banking system. They're in the shadow banking system. So if you had $1.8 trillion or more than $1 trillion worth of capital and no one would give you a loan on it, then how do you monetize it, right? If I posted $10 million of Apple stock with JP Morgan or Morgan Stanley, I could take a $5 million loan at SOFR plus 50 basis points and I could spend it. But you can't even post $10 million worth of Bitcoin with JP Morgan or Morgan Stanley right now. Therefore, you can't take a loan. Therefore, you have to go to a shadow banking system. You have to go offshore. So how would you actually monetize it? You either have to sell it, right? The safe way is to sell it, but that damps the upside. What else can you do? You can, by the way, you can get loans, a very small amount of loans from a few crypto exchanges where they don't rehypothecate your Bitcoin, but the sum of that capital is a few $1 billion.